It looks like the sour era has officially come to an end. Olivia has started to tease new music on social media and on her website, and fans are beginning to speculate a new era. Before we delve into this new era and try and figure out the new Easter eggs and come up with our own ideas of what the second album will bring, I think it's only right to look back in retrospective at the sour era. Before we delve into the sour era, I think we need a brief history for those of you who don't know where it all began with Olivia Rodrigo. Prior to the release of Sour, most of us knew Olivia from Disney, whether it was on Bizaardvark or I forgot the other one that she was on, or High School Musical, the musical, the series. Now, people really started paying attention to Olivia when she released the song All I Want, which was a part of her character's song in the show. So the song was written by Olivia Rodrigo herself for her character, but it quickly began to gain a lot of momentum and attention on TikTok specifically. This song was just the beginning of many viral songs for Olivia Rodrigo. Fast forward a couple of months later, a single has come out now, All I Want. It's got a music video, everyone loves it. People now know who Olivia Rodrigo really is. But there's nothing like a debut without drama. Every iconic pop music debut needs to have a little bit of drama, just a smidge. For Olivia Rodrigo, it was the crazy love triangle drama between her co-star Joshua Bassett and another singer, Sabrina Carpenter. This drama went on for months. Honestly, I want to say even a year, possibly. It was so unnecessary, but also just added PR for all of their music careers, especially Olivia's. I'm definitely not going to go into all the drama, but just know that it 100% amplified the hype for Olivia's debut single. 8 days into the new year, Olivia Rodrigo dropped what would become the song of the year, Driver's License, in January 2021. This song took the world by storm. Driver's License shot to #1 on the charts. It broke the Spotify record for the first song in history to reach 18 million streams in just 1 week on the platform. Now, this was truly the start of something new. Stay tuned for part 2. The Sour album was released on the 21st of May 2021, and it's a pop/alternative pop record with punk and grunge references. The album explores themes of heartbreak, specifically teen heartbreak, jealousy, unhappiness, and anger, just to name a few. Towards the end of the previous video, we established that Driver's License was a huge commercial success. It shot to #1 on the Billboard charts, and it stayed there for 8 consecutive weeks. But that was only just a smidge, a teaser of what was to come with the commercial success in Olivia's debut era. Let me just break down a few of the records that Olivia broke with the Sour album. This album garnered 385 million streams in its first week on global Spotify, making it the biggest opening week by a female artist on Spotify. Sour was the first debut album in history to have all first 3 singles debut inside the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 charts, 2 of which went straight to #1. The first being Driver's License and the second being Good For You. This album also debuted on the Billboard 200 at #1 and became the longest reigning #1 album by a female artist in 2021. Overall, this album was the biggest debut of 2021. No surprise there. Came to the marketing and promo of this album, I feel like her team absolutely adored her because Olivia was working overtime to promote her album, as she should. She was obviously very excited about her debut album and excited about the records that she was breaking. She would not stop to talk about it. Every TikTok she made was in reference to her album or a song. All the TikTok challenges she took part in, her Instagram stories, every single social media she used effectively to promote her album. I feel like this was done in such a natural, relatable and authentic way that it just allowed for her to gain even more momentum on this album, even more traction, even more fans. I'm sure she had a fan base prior to the Sour album with her role as Nini in High School Musical, the musical, the series. However, it was nowhere near as big as it is now. She also did a few live performances and TV appearances and interviews, all to promote her album. Stay tuned for part 3. We established that Olivia used her social media effectively as well as she could to promote her music, yet still engage with her fans in a relatable and authentic way. But she did still do the traditional album rollout and send out PR packages for the Sour album. I vividly remember watching Kim's story one day when she posted this, and in the background you can hear North saying, "You don't even listen to the song." Like, North stays calling at her mum, but I remember Kim like showing the package that she got from Olivia, and it has personalized Sour Patch Kids, and it's just very on brand. This was obviously another great way to promote her album. During this era, she also did a live stream of her Sour Prom, which was basically like a live concert, and she did performances of songs on that album, and she also did a little Q&A section where she was discussing her album with fan questions and stuff like that. And I just really like that she did this because, in my opinion, I feel like YouTube live streams and Q&As with fans is such a traditional way to invite your fans in on the experience. I feel like this was a really smart marketing move and a great way to invite fans in on the experience and get us getting to know Olivia through this album rollout. It's very reminiscent of like Ariana Grande's Yours Truly era. I don't know if anyone remembers, but Ariana used to always do like listening sessions on her YouTube channel and do Q&As and stuff like that, and I think that's very, very important when you're trying to establish a fan base, especially in your debut era. With such a successful debut era and album, it was just no surprise that Olivia was going to be nominated for awards, but no one anticipated that she would be nominated for not 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, but 7 Grammys. And out of the 7, she won 3, including Best Pop Vocal Album. I'm not the biggest fan of the Grammys myself, but I think it's super impressive that she was able to gain 7 Grammy nominations in her debut and win 3 of them. Now, to further promote this album, Olivia embarked on her first ever headlining concert tour, titled The Sour Tour, and it was an international tour, and there was 48 shows in total. When this tour was announced, everyone and their moms were ready. When the Manchester date came on sale on Ticketmaster, within 0.2 seconds, all the tickets were gone. So this happened because the demand of the people wanting to see Olivia compared to the size and the capacity of these venues were just not adding up. Being that the Sour Tour was her first ever headlining concert tour, it wasn't crazy in terms of production and costumes and lighting and dancers. It was pretty simplistic but perfect for a debut. I remember seeing a couple of mixed reviews on TikTok, but I think overall people enjoyed their time at the Sour Tour. I think people had a great time and it was a fun concert from what I'd seen online. I do find it interesting that Olivia made a conscious decision to choose smaller venues for her first tour because she didn't want to skip any steps, in her own words. She said she didn't want to skip any steps. She wanted to feel like every other pop star, you know, like everyone starts from somewhere, so I guess she didn't want to jump straight into arenas. But we are sure going to be getting an arena tour in her next album, I'm sure of it. She rang me up and she actually told me, because I missed out. Personally, I missed out on this Sour Tour, so I would love to see her in the arenas. But I just think that's so sweet. Like, I had to mention that because I think we just love a humble pop star. We love a humble pop girly. Like, yeah, I feel like a lot of people would want to jump straight to arenas if they had the hype that she did. But she was like, no, I'm going to remain humble. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. Just before her tour started, Olivia actually released a film on Disney Plus titled Driving Home to You. It was a documentary capturing the process and the behind the scenes and the making of the Sour album. It included interview clips and studio sessions and songs. The aesthetics for this era was just unmatched. It was as clear as day that purple was the theme for this era. Purple was everywhere. It was all over her social media, on her album cover, in her merch. I'm surprised she didn't have a purple car. Maybe she did. But even the lighting in her music videos, like purple was the consistent colour that was being shown throughout this era. One thing that I find really cool about the visuals and aesthetics for this era is that I struggle to tell the difference between fan art and the official artwork for like her posters and cover art and stuff like that. Like, I always thought like, is it fan made or is it the actual official thing? It's a great sly, subtle way to show people that you know your audience, you know what they like, you know what they wear, you know how they dress, you know your audience, and I think that's really important. Let me try and describe the aesthetic for the sour era in a few words. High school, purple, sprinkle of vintage, Gen Z realness. The high school aesthetic was prominent not only in the music videos with her lyrics and her costumes and her outfits, but also in her day-to-day style and her promo and her artwork and the way she interacted with fans on Instagram and TikTok. She wore a lot of tartan / checkered skirts and anything in that uniform realm she was wearing. Very much giving Clueless, Heathers, just very much giving that like schoolgirl chic realness. Her personal style was quite eclectic. She wore various styles and colours and patterns, and honestly I feel like it was quite reminiscent of Lizzie McGuire with the added like 2021 fashion trends, if that makes sense. I feel like her style really captured the essence of the album and the essence of Olivia herself. It's very relatable, very teen friendly, and overall just trendy. Again, with the tartan / checkered dress, she just loved wearing this pattern. I feel like this outfit is very cute, even though it's like super trendy. This outfit she's wearing in this picture is serving real Lizzie McGuire realness, and I love it. I'm here for it. Now, on the red carpet, she kept it classy and elegant and cute, but still very youthful in my opinion. I feel like this dress doesn't age her. It is just perfectly fitting for her body, and I think it just looks really nice. I like this outfit because it's definitely a little more formal, but it's staying very true to Olivia's personal style. She ate with this one. I love this dress on her. The colours are obviously referencing the Sour album, and it's just great. Her hair looks fabulous as well, so this one is one of my faves. One thing I really love about Olivia Rodrigo's style during the Sour era is that a lot of her looks and fashion moments were nods to past pop culture moments and references and pop culture icons. For example, this look is definitely giving me Clueless vibe, but also a bit of Legally Blonde. And some of the looks that Olivia wore on her Sour tour were very reminiscent of Avril Lavigne's style during her era in the 2000s. I just love things like this because I think it's a smart way of referencing the time period that she's in. So the Sour album was released post-pandemic in 2021, right? So during this time, everyone was super nostalgic. Everyone was going back to watch the old shows and films that they loved. And Olivia just knew that her audience wanted to see nostalgia. Even though it's very modern, her style had a lot of modern takes on it, but a lot of her outfits took inspiration from past fashion trends and from past pop culture moments and eras. I don't know if that makes sense, but that was just me trying to decode and analyze Olivia's style during the Sour era. I think it's safe to say that this record-breaking album and iconic era solidified Olivia as the one to watch. She quickly became an international pop sensation and the world's eyes were on her. And I know how many people love to credit the rise of TikTok to Olivia's success, but personally, I think it's not just TikTok and social media. I'm not saying that doesn't play a big part. It definitely does. But the album is genuinely a good album. It's a great piece of work. It's well produced. It's well written. It's so cohesive and it's addictive. Those are like the main components for a fantastic album and an album that people receive well. So now when you listen to the driver's license song on Spotify, in the background video, her driver's license has been updated to the expiry date being 30th of June. So everyone is speculating and thinking of what will this new era bring? What music, what genre will she go into? Will it be 80s disco pop? Will it be 90s R&B? Will it be rock? What will Olivia bring? Honestly, who knows? But regardless, I am ready and excited for new music.